Hey, how you doing? This is Tommy here from Trading with Harmony. So hope you're having a great week. So I'll be analysing the market then for this week coming for the 7th of December to the 11th of December. So I'll see you straight after the intro. Thanks. Okay, so the actual euro dollar pretty much has been a actual bullish weekend for the whole week actually. So let's go into the 4 hours and have a look at our actual setups. So last week then we finished here at this point here. What I was talking about then, for a better risk reward, if we can get price to pull back a bit into this actual structural area being the 1.1828, and then if we're looking for a move back up north, which it did, it came up and hit our TP being the actual 1.2028. so if you're on that, well done. So now for this week then, what we're looking for actually is because the actual rest of the week it stormed up more north actually, we're looking for a better risk reward. So we're looking for price to come down into this area, and once it holds at our new actual support level being the 1.2000, we're looking for a price to continue back up north and to hit our new TP level being the actual 1.2263 in the euro dollar. Okay, so the pound dollar then, we can see here that the price is still in our ascending channel. And let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our setups. So last week then we actually finished here at this point here, and what I was talking about then was that if we can get a price to continue up north to hit our TP, which it did. It continued up north and basically hit our TP being the actual 1.3430. So what I am looking for this week, and quite possibly we're going to get a bit more of a actual retracement into this actually new structural level being the actual 1.3233, and then once it holds at this level here, looking for Brent price to continue back up north to hit our new TP being the actual take profit at 1.3610 in the pound dollar. So the dollar yen, so we can see here that actually pretty much that actually price for the last 2 weeks has been going sideways in our actual descending channel, and we're looking for the price to continue down south to the bottom part of our descending channel. So let's go into the 4 hours and have a look at our actual setups. So last week then we finished here at this point here. And what I was talking about, if we can get a bit more of a pullback into our structural level, which was the actual 104.94, and once it holds at that level, we were looking for price to continue down south. So it came down, but actually it's been pretty much, like I was saying, it's been going sideways the last few weeks. So we can see here that actually where price had came up, so we got a actual double top here, you can see, and now actually it's like a double bottom as well, okay, but in a channel, yeah. So it's definitely hesitating to come down south to hit our target, but still I'm waiting for price to continue down to hit our TP level being the actual for this week coming then, we're quite possibly might get a bit more of a pullback up into this actual area here, and then we'll see price then all going well down to our TP level being the actual 103.48 in the dollar yen. Okay, so in the actual dollar Canadian then, we pretty much had a big bearish week, but last week we actually finished here at this point here, this candle here, and then for this week then we just had a really big bearish week. So let's go into the 4 hours and have a look at our setups. So last week then we actually finished here at this point here, and what pretty much it actually opened up, the market opened up and then just went down and hit our target, and so it just hit our target being the actual 1.2942. So and then pretty much it actually went down and broke our next actually weekly actually support actually, and shot straight through that with an engulfing candle as well. So what we are looking at then for this week coming then is quite possibly that we'll get a bit of a pullback into this actual structural area here. Once it holds at the actual 1.2925, I'm still looking for a move down south to our new TP, being the actual take profit at 1.2680 in the dollar Canadian. Okay, so the pound Aussie then has been pretty much another sideways week. It's been going sideways here like for the last 3 weeks here. So let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our setups. So last week then we finished here at this point. And what I was talking about, if we can get a bit more of a pullback up into our actual structural area, being the 1.8240, which it did actually came back up into that area, and then it just tried to come down and then come back up, and so we're at this level here. So I'm still looking for our actual price to continue down south, but quite possibly we might just get a pullback again and then come down and hit our target this week and beyond, with the actual 1.7936 in the pound Aussie. Okay, so the euro yen then, like last week what I was talking about, that actually we finished here at this point, and it just was the second time of last week hitting the actual the top part of our descending channel, giving the indication that we're going to be a breakout, which it did actually, we can see that. But so let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our setups. So last week then we finished here at this point here, and then it came up and hit our actual target being the actual 125.06. So but pretty much then it actually just bound back at the bottom part or the top part of our descending channel, and then pretty much then stormed up then for the last few days. But so what I'm looking at then for this week coming then is for pretty much a actual decent retracement into this actual structural, the new structural level being the actual 125.12, and then quite possibly we'll get a move back up north to our new TP level being the 127.50 in the euro yen. Okay, so in gold then, actually last week actually we finished here at this point here, and what I was talking about is that price had broken our actually ascending channel. So but we got a pretty much a decent actual retracement back up into our actual support, which comes resistance. So this week then I'm looking for price to continue down south. So let's go into our actual 4 hours. Okay, so last week then price finished here at this point here. Okay, and what I was talking about last week was that we were looking for a pretty much decent retracement into this area. Once the actual 1822 hold, we were looking for a pullback, but it's shot past that. You can see actually there was an engulfing candle here that shot past the actual 1822. So but then again it shot up, but it actually and touched off our actual which was previous actual support, which comes resistance. So now we're looking for a price to hold at this new structural level being the 1848, and once price holds at this, and we're still looking for a price to continue down south. So we're looking for price to continue down to hit our new TP being the actual 1808 in gold. Okay, so in the Dow then actually Monday it actually started off with a actual a bearish day actually, but then the rest of the week it's been moving back up gradually. So let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our setups. Okay, so last week then we finished here at this point here, and what I was talking about was that if we can get, for a better risk reward, a pullback into this actual structural level, being the actual 29,630. I wanted hold at that level, but it did have 2 attempts trying to actually break it here with these 2 bearish candles, but still it did hold at the actual 29,630, and then for the actual it continued up then, and we got one more retracement into that area before it shot back up, making a higher high for this week. But and overall this is the highest the actual point of the Dow has been overall, so we're in new territory by I think it's 12 pips actually. So I'm still looking for this price to be hit for this week, and quite possibly it'll shoot past that by Monday. But so quite possibly what we will get then is that we'll get price to come down into this structural level here. But once it actually holds at this actual structural level here, being the 29,725, we're still in a actual bullish market. So that's what I'm looking at then for this week then, is that once it holds at these levels, I'm looking for price then to continue up to hit our TP, being the 30250 in the Dow. So that's it then for this week, another week. So I hope you got some good value out of that, and this is your first time to the channel, very big welcome, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up, I really appreciate that a lot, and leave any comments you might have, and I'll get straight back to you. So have a great week coming this week trading, and I'll talk to you next week. Take care, bye bye, thank you.